I get the text, not from you, but from some big Missouri Tiger fanatics that have been monitoring this, say that you make the decision on Saturday night. You did it through a text message, huh? So you text the PowerMizzou.com guys, is that correct?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was because it happened around 8:20ish on Saturday night during the basketball game. And it was probably no more than 5 or 10 minutes later, Pete from Power Mizzou had texted me, so rumor is you committed. And I didn't text back at first, and then he was like, just give me a yes or no. And I texted back, yes, period. And then probably 15 minutes after that, it was up on Power Mizzou and everything. So it was pretty crazy. And then by that time, then I heard about 10 o'clock, it was on the 10 o'clock news here, and there was already an article in the KC Star, and so word went really fast.
Now this internet, it's pretty crazy, isn't it, with all these websites and such?
Definitely.
And I am a little bit disappointed, Marcus, because I was telling you earlier, we talked over the summer. I thought we had a deal done where we were going to set the different college hats out in front of us. We're going to have a live show where you picked up and all the suspense. It was going to be our highest rated show ever on Channel 18. You let me down for You ditched me for PowerMizzou.com. I want to thank you. Appreciate that.
It wasn't like that. I mean, honestly, I didn't know that I was going to make the decision this weekend. You know, I was trying to, play it out, and I wasn't going to commit. I told myself that I wasn't going to commit unless I knew 100% that it was going to be the right decision. And I think that's what happened. I mean, we went through everything with the team and the different commits and recruiters and all that down there. And, I mean, there couldn't have been more of a perfect situation for me and my family and different things like that. For me to go to.
There are a lot of different things. I'd heard people over the last several weeks talking about why you might go to Mizzou, proximity, being close to home. Your mom played basketball there. The offense that they run obviously would be good for your skills, and with Blaine Gabbert coming back. Was there anything that stood out that may have took it over the top for you to sign at Mizzou?
Not really anything over the top. I mean, like you said, everything that you said pretty much went into it. You know, being close to home, academics, the offense, coaches, Blaine, all that went into it. And I mean, that's pretty much what really made the decision. Was they have pretty much everything that I'm looking for in a college and a team to play for and different things like that. So, I mean, it was kind of an obvious, answer. It was to commit and be there next year.
Visiting with Marcus Lucas, it's weird to say that, former Blue Jay football player. Of course, you still have a lot of stuff, some unfinished business to do here at Liberty High with the basketball team, and then you're going to be competing in track, I would assume, coming up in the spring.
Right.
Making big news this past weekend, going to play football at Missouri, and a lot of Tiger fans really, really pleased. I talked to Roger Sturtz the other day, and he said when he saw you, he mentioned something to you about how it looked like you had a bunch of weight taken off your shoulder. Were you feeling a lot of pressure?
Yeah, I was. You go down the hallway, you hear 5 different colleges thrown my way, and those were really the main colleges that I were looking at, like Missouri, Stanford, OU, Arkansas, Tennessee, all those different schools. I mean, they're all great programs, and people tell me that and how great they were, and I was blessed to have options, and some people don't normally get to have options, but I mean just trying to find the right fit for me is what was kind of crazy through the whole thing, and I'm pleased with my decision.
Marcus, you've always been a humble kid, and I'm sure it is difficult in the fact you have people telling you how great you are all the time, and just kind of talk about that, the way you're able to stay level-headed and stay focused, and now as you're going to be looking at your college career coming up, how you're going to continue that.
You know, growing up, my mom always taught me, you know, never to think of yourself higher as, you know, someone else, because you don't know how fast everything that you have can be taken away. And that's pretty much how I look at it. And another way I look at it is, you know, I'm not there yet. You know, I'm, you know, just still in high school, and I have bigger and better ambitions to go for. So definitely, I just try to, you know, stay grounded and stay focused on the bigger picture.
You've mentioned your mom a couple of times in this interview. I know she means a tremendous amount to you. Just what does she mean to you?
She's everything. I mean, I've said this time and time again. I mean, it's pretty much like everything that I do is for her. You know, she's been pretty much all I've known since I was little, and so it's definitely good to have her and her knowledge. You know, being a Division I basketball player at Missouri, you know, she kind of knows the insight on different things, and all the coaches that are recruiting me and different things like that tell me she's the coolest and most knowledgeable mom that, you know, that they've recruited. So I'm definitely, you know, privileged to have her in my life and have her in my corner through this whole process.
I know throughout this she wanted you to do what you wanted to do.
Right.
And you mentioned she went to Mizzou. When you told her your decision, what was her reaction?
She was happy. She was like, "Are you sure this is what you want?" She was, I mean, really there wasn't any bias in her, you know. She didn't really persuade me one way or the other. You know, she wanted me to look at all my options, you know, and she helped me break them down. I, you know, did some extra by myself, but she didn't really push me to go to Mizzou like a lot of people think that she would. But, you know, of course, you know, being at Mizzou and everything like that, her being an alum, she was definitely happy about that. And one of the cool things was we were at the basketball game, and we were leaving, or she was leaving. I was talking to Blaine and all them. She called me on the phone, and she had been walking down the hallways of, you know, Mizzou Arena outside the basketball court, and she looked up, and there was a banner of the 1987 basketball team, women's basketball team, and she looked up and was looking at it, and sure enough, her picture, she was in the team picture. So it was pretty cool, and she, you know, kind of mentioned her legacy was there at the Mizzou Arena, and hopefully one day I'll have, you know, something with my name or my picture up there. So that'd be really cool.
Make some noise over there at Faroe Field.
Right.
Absolutely. We're visiting here with Marcus Lucas, and you've got a big football game coming up here in just a few weeks. Yeah. You're in this All-American Bowl down in San Antonio. Boy, that's a pretty city. From what I've heard, haven't been down there. You're going to take that place by storm. Big game, nationally televised game. A good opportunity for you to showcase some skills. So I said former Blue Jay, yeah, but not former high school player. You still have one more before you go to the next level.
Right, and I'm totally, you know, pumped up for that. As long as Coach Wells is also, you know, really pumped up to go down to that game. And you know, I have a few family members that are going to go down there. A lot of friends are going to come down, especially from the football team.
Oh, good.
And so it's going to be really fun, and it's just one of those things where to see how you compare to some of those guys that are, you know, rated on Rivals and different things like that. And, you know, it's just a good introduction to what I'll be, you know, going up against in the next few years.